Everyone, welcome to December 13th edition of Voorheesville Board of Education Facilities Committee meeting. I think we have a quick for once. We're unfortunately not a member, but starting with what?
Yep. First one, congratulations. Because
yeah,
the capital passed, so that's a huge thing. So a lot of good work. So thank you. Talk about where we are later. Softball club inquiry. So I was here too because we're talking about this, and I went a little. And Joe has some ideas on this, but I kind of give you. I got from a member of the booster club, right? The person who is in charge of the booster club, softball, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay. So the head of the softball booster club, and you can see wondering about putting in a $17 gift or money to the school, have it installed through which. I don't know, but have a batting cage installed. So, having it installed through us and having it put in through the booster purchase, and then having it through a project and do things. It's not how the one done for the boys that was built by a member. Right.
They did it all.
So did it and install.
Yeah. So a little bit different when we install things in comparison to when other people install. And the price for schools to install is usually higher. Just being honest, like they always there's an upcharge of things for schools when we do things. But you have a couple ideas about this and thoughts. But first I want to ask is how do you feel about someone they want to put in such a large scale thing? Is it something that we want to entertain all the time, or if having Joe have a conversation with them about use and other things is appropriate?
Well, I mean, so let the boys.
Right.
It's kind of hard to say.
Right.
I'm sure donations are always wanted, welcome, but at the same time, I think it's based on Joe, it's the final arbiter. I mean,
right.
To me, it sounds like this is probably appropriate. I have no idea. And I mean, the cases where if someone has to spend $100,000 putting in something we don't need, we wouldn't.
Right. That's
which
kind
is
of
again why
we talk about it. Yeah.
the role,
Yeah.
right. So
I spoke with city softball coach, her input, and this is something we'd like to see happen. I've worked with groups before to go through this process to do things like this. When we did the time system in the pool, it was $20,000.
oh wow.
That was
Raised.
fundraised. So I also did some quick research because we got yesterday to see if there's less expensive alternatives. And because softball booster group, it's a very small group, hardly would be concerned about a small group of people, like that $17,000. I feel like this is something I could work with them on. Come up with something.
We have a
that
concern.
serves the need.
I think it's absolutely perfect. But my concern is just how much is it on the school to do? Because we're already handed, we're already struggling to get the things that we need to get done. Then having to put it in, I think the price for us to get things is like Jim can attest. It's significantly different sometimes. Like the community get things and put them in, and then all just our manpower right now is really where we are, where we want to be.
Just where we put it is important.
Yeah.
Discus
Right.
throws to that area. So I tried to use Google Maps to look at where we could 55 14 by 12. We have may not be an ideal location where they want it. Just we have to make sure everything else will be accommodated.
This says it sounds like they want us at the school to install it.
Correct.
To tax exemption. It seems like there could be another way to accommodate that.
So we could, and Jim could speak to this better, if we accept the cash.
Yeah.
And
Then we use our
purchase,
taxes.
then we use our taxes.
But there's outside groups that could do that too if you didn't.
If only knew somebody who.
Or maybe the DC.
We could, for
Yeah.
a number of booster club or separate school have gone through the process of
Okay.
501.
So they,
So they could all do that.
Yeah.
There's things we could do.
right,
Who has experience?
that's the main reason I'm
Yeah.
asking for, it feels like
I haven't, like, again,
the way it's worked.
we got this on Saturday,
for a tax.
and they were very saying, don't, first, work on a Saturday if you, so, very nice of them. Yeah, having through us too, like, that's the one concern I,
Mhm.
not that it's not that it will cost, say someone wants to put it down. I can just, because he's at, they're asking for is a turf, I can just imagine somebody coming in, giving a quote to do that. Quotes we receive usually are,
Right.
Joe, I can't
Believe-
imagine Gus getting quotes and having it be 16,000. You know this better than I, but I mean, how much was the content we just had put? I mean, it was just
That was 3,500 for that,
for what? For just,
for preparing and be along.
yeah, so that's my concern is that, this is definitely a better structure than that. I'm wondering where he got the price tag from, of how much it cost.
The turf part of it. I'm assuming he's did that.
with Sandy.
That roll out
Oh, okay.
almost like.
Totally different mindset. Okay, because I'm
Yeah.
thinking turf. Like,
Mhm.
I think
You know.
he's talking about,
oh, all right.
there's a softball facility down in the village, and that's what they have. It's
Oh, yeah.
very, it's all open.
Oh. Completely different than turf in the fact.
Yeah,
Right.
but like turf would be
That's kind of, I see this.
significantly more expensive.
Okay.
$17,000.
Yeah, just I talked about this type of thing before, whether it was in the context of like the garden or the playground. Even we did the playground, there was additional funds that BCS community donated for some ongoing maintenance of for the road, because it's beyond just the actual donation and so
If we're all good, we'll reach out and have a conversation.
Mhm.
We'll plan. Awesome. So use of facilities, Jim received today, right? Today?
It was,
Yeah, a use of facilities request for lacrosse. And I put it in because I think, Rob is psychic, but you said event, I remember at a facility meeting before when we were talking about the New Scotland soccer.
oh,
using
yeah,
it.
people don't
Eventually
want
it's
it,
going to happen where
Mhm.
we're going to want to
Growing,
use. So I think you said it a year ago or 2 years ago.
yeah, but
Yeah. I saw, it's like, oh,
yeah.
wow, this like, but I brought it to Joe's attention and had a couple comments, that I was like, oh, this is perfect.
So the lacrosse, as you said, Rich, it's
Mhm.
around,
Mhm.
for community-based, the community is most
Yeah.
utilized. Before we put in a request, we consulted with the soccer club.
Oh,
They are required to
Mhm.
use in the season that Scotland Soccer Club uses it.
Mhm.
I also asked them about their different field configurations because basically asking for the same arrangement as the soccer club would want it lined by the school, maintained by the school.
Mm.
It's community-based within our community, exclusively Voorheesville residents, and we have a high school lacrosse program.
yeah.
The personal feeling is I think we have to try and accommodate.
Mhm.
But what I said to Frank is they would have to have their field use and collaborate with the soccer club. And I think we would want to enter into a similar contract with specific protocols, procedures, expectations. That we have a club, YO, and kids for that matter.
Mhm.
I just want it to be clear what the expectations are. And I don't want to follow that in the district if there's scheduling conflicts between the two. Like, we'll have to agree if
Yeah.
we're going to make this work and have some conversation internal. It's a power, you know, I don't know if lining it goes back to the issue that you had with the pin cage. I don't know that we have the capacity right now, resource.
That robot, don't
Yeah, but you still need someone to run it.
So we need somebody to run it.
We are,
would need,
we are short.
would need it
Mhm.
programmed. Because there are multiple levels, and each level has a different
Different
set
setup.
field. So the robot will be programmed for, I think, 5 different field configurations.
And then someone's gonna go out and then do the robot.
the robot, I mean, I remember when we looked at it, it was supposed to save us an enormous amount of manpower.
But
Right.
but you're gonna spend 3 hours in the field, or the 5 different fields, and that's 3 hours that we're not getting done here on campus. I mean, just, you know, because people say, why isn't our field, why isn't our softball field ready, or why is the baseball field ready? I mean, we get complaints in the spring, and, you know, if we're taking 3 hours away, it's once every 2 weeks. You know, I don't know how long it takes to do
Well,
it.
I think, and that's,
The thing we have to really consider when we're on more things is, could they end their fields?
Is, well,
Who lost New Scotland's? We do that?
we did.
Initial conversations with New Scotland seemed that they could share the space with that, what, across, or don't you know?
I don't know.
I'm
I
asking
am,
for 2 days.
I am going to have a conversation.
Okay.
This came via from the
Yeah.
And I think in terms of, you know, the school liking them, I think it can be done. I think part of what has to be writing is the expectation of it's done. You know, that's what we struggle with the soccer club. Sometimes they get frustrated. You know, I'm trying to get baseball, softball, track, and our cross teams done, and that work to be done
and first, right.
we can soccer club and, you know, where it gets frustrated at the front end of the season.
Yeah.
With people around like crazy trying to get ready.
And
So
one
that's
more
why-
layer to it, it's a
Just like
concern.
that in writing.
Yeah, no, I think that put that in right in the
You can't-
contract
You
saying,
can't expect it done by April 1st. It's not, it's impossible. I mean, April 15th is pushing it. Everybody wants, for one, they want to be fully operational.
given we have that running robot,
Hmm.
how much training for our folks?
So with Lee's, it came with a training session. We brought the company back for a second training session, but it's, you know, they have a really acceptable support.
Yeah.
It's like a computer. You call this person and talk you through what to do.
I mean, is it the thing?
Robot.
Yeah, you know, but like, is it the kind of where we could work with Scotland Soccer and Cross Club to have access to that they would be able?
I
Everybody.
liability concern about that. Do not have someone on staff supervisor in use. That would be
I think more comfortable giving them their own machine to use than the robot, just 'cause if something were to happen to the robot, you know, we'd be down, I'd rather be on our own end, but unless that's something you could work out, they, you know, will they be responsible for upkeep and if there's any damage done?
Well, we already carry insurance now, right, as part of this.
I don't know,
Yeah,
insurance
don't
cover
we
that,
for all the,
if
so
we then to use property in that?
couldn't-
as long as we've officially allowed, it should cover yes. But whenever you get into insurance and damages, you never know.
Besides the planning part, what kind of, do they have portable goal
Yes.
so they would pick it up and take them down? So soccer and lacrosse, it wouldn't be a problem with them to constantly move the pages.
The lacrosse goals are smaller and
Right.
very portable.
Joe, I don't know this. But the soccer, you said the soccer and lacrosse are very similar, big fields.
Crossfield are completely different.
Okay, so it would impact
Like
the
they
two.
would be multiple, last year we used multiple paints
Okay, that's how we're done.
to differentiate between each field as well.
But they'd be on the same grass, though, right? It's just grass, just different. Okay.
And, I know
The lines, that's crazy.
we're doing the
Yeah.
same for our tennis court, pickleball lines.
Yes.
That's,
I'm just thinking of my 8-year-old trying to do different lines. Like, oh my gosh, because my year plays this lacrosse. I mean, completely, part up. So,
how, now, I'm not remembering, because I know we did talk a couple times and we did the contract. So when we did give technically New Scotland exclusive access, like 24/7 to those fields, right?
That for last season.
Locked into the how long
I don't think we
contract
did this.
for?
I don't think we did the.
We didn't do the season.
That was I mentioned saying it's not,
It was
I
last
think that's-
season.
well, it was going to be a multi-year. Right.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
so you
we said-
changed. I wanted to change. I don't remember if we did change. So we did. So we reduced 1 year. Oh, okay.
Because of that.
So we're not. There's no contractual obligation to one club or another.
Right, but I'm pretty sure we're very clear in 1 year.
Basically equal foot between.
Could be, yes.
Disrespectful.
Oh, but so when we talk about, look, you guys, can you go work together to
Right.
find something that's, it's not like one is, has to say, well, we have it in the contract, it's ours, so we're gonna, they really should go, work it out. Hopefully, like a good community will come back with it.
It seems, from
Yeah.
what I read on the request, that it was possible.
They only
You're
want
asking-
days, right? Some days I thought was 6.
2 or 3.
Yeah, if I know.
If you pull that for me, Joe.
Embedded it, so
I can get to it on my.
And it
It's
was,
my fault.
it wasn't the full night, like.
it's only an hour.
Mhm.
And the way it was explained to me, they requested the space and they know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 3 days.
They requested this. What?
They knew that soccer wasn't there.
Really? That's even better.
Touch base with the soccer people.
I'm sure it would be
Good.
different for soccer. Have to really narrow down when they use it. But
That's the only thing I don't know
Good.
is
I hope.
we haven't done soccer in a couple of years, but like, do they? Is it always this day, this day, this day, or are they sort of used to have that field all the time, being ad hoc about it? And, oh, we'll throw in a Tuesday. Or,
Depends on the code.
I think they pretty much have exclusive use over
no, I know.
the facility. Like, they basically block out, theirs is based on a season already. Like, we don't.
Right, but
really-
no, I know from the whole all the time.
And there's no games up there on a Tuesday. There'll still be games at practice.
Yeah, so they are sort of used to just culturally being like, well, there's no practice, but let's show up. So that would be something.
And I think it depends on so many different.
Mhm.
I think the coach gets a lot of time, like U14 can have it from 5 to 6 or whatever, on Wednesday, Thursday, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just willy-nilly that they can just go use it anytime.
Yeah, there's a level of coordination.
Yes,
The expectation is that space is there for them.
haven't had to
Yeah.
Within,
Sure,
share it.
the cross started smaller and, had a similar arrangement with Kiwanis spring. And they just grew down.
Mhm.
the space.
Yeah.
We've been on our facilities.
Elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be great if we could put out both teams share, both clubs teams.
We're on agreement, trying to figure out what we can figure out.
And then Jim figure out the price.
Do we have an official request Scotland soccer yet.
Yeah.
No, so we don't. So have a request with actual days that
I'm trying to find
the contract.
approved
Yeah.
on
Okay.
our board right now. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
New Scotland, right? I should just
New
be able.
SSC is
Thank you.
Yeah.
we shortened it.
Guessing it's probably us in the spring.
Yeah, no, but
March.
I'm trying to Google.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, I see.
put it in as so it easily comes up. There we go. Wait, 2 seconds.
It might actually save you some money because then they'll be sharing the expense for restrooms with another fund.
So the agreement shall be for July 1st through June 30th, 2023. July
Oh.
1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2023. So that this year.
Oh, so we do have a fund.
It was the April contract before this following year. Agreement. Oh,
So they already own exclusive rights,
Bill.
June 2023.
but it's willing to work around that. Yeah, but the one done in April for this 2022 to 2023.
Okay. That's a different conversation.
Yep, completely. That's why it was 1 year,
Just one year, though.
but it was for this year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We approved in April of last year. I'm looking because they use it in the summer too. Times right? That's why I did that.
Oh, that was done in April.
Yeah. Because they use it summer, fall,
Mhm.
so and it's a 1 year. Joe, you want to reach out to the New Sutton Club?
Yeah.
They have Monday through Friday from 6 o'clock to 3 o'clock. But I mean, I'm sure they can make amendments to this
That,
because they're looking for, they're only looking
that's
for
Tuesdays, Wednesdays,
an
that might be easier.
hour and 15 minutes on Mondays, and Tuesdays is 5:15 to 6:30. So, and this is
Space,
For both.
Yeah.
put field, that's soccer.
that's on Monday, right? I
Mhm.
think there's a compromise.
To spread it out.
You'll reach out.
20 acres over there.
They should be able to.
We should be.
Mhm.
I don't have it on weekends,
They have it. Yeah, they have it.
but Monday to Friday, 6 a.m.
Oh no, there's more here.
Oh, okay.
Saturday's 9:30. No, as Rob said, there's a market on it.
I
No.
thought weekends.
No, Saturdays, Sundays, and Monday through Friday.
Sunday's 9:30 as well.
Yeah. All right, so you'll read the New Scotland Soccer and get back to me, and then just conversation.
Yeah.
All right. Next. Any other questions on that?
Well, what did we decide with signing that we're gonna ask them? if could not
I
be
think we
charged?
have to start having the conversations through Joe first.
Yeah, okay.
I think you're gonna know better than me, or Ken, or if we put in the kind of book, we might have headlines until 15th or maybe 1st.
I think it's doable. I just think they have to have a reasonable expectation when it's done.
Before we start these conversations, we can brainstorm. What Rob was saying is, could they utilize Cobra, or could they mark in, come out and use the paint can on the days that we get out there? Could we compromise?
Yeah.
Do we charge for the line of the painting? We
So
charge
not
that, right?
specifically separate. No, it's included in.
We need to start separating.
Yes, breaking that out.
that. I'm glad. Like we all agree, right? When we're
Yeah.
putting our
By
power,
hour,
I think
I
so.
would now by per line, like if you do per, right, and then maybe per hour. Like if you could figure out how it takes to line it per lining,
Right.
right?
We do that by
It seems
manpower.
like different for each sport. And that schedule's going to be complicated by sport, like baseball field
Yeah,
versus
maybe.
soccer field
Yeah.
versus.
But I think you look like by manpower. hour, right? You're looking at somebody, they're making $25 an hour, they're going out to do it, and we have to buy paint, how much it is. You know, I think
Yeah,
I agree that there's
get to a point where it's all you can, eat sort of deal with the line where, I mean, if it rains 10 times in a row, everything off, and you gotta go do more this year than last year, there's more cost incurred
Yeah.
for that than.
I think I'm concerned, like, when I'm about it, the use of is great, but manpower that goes to it is seeing the issue we have. Like last spring, we were back running, and everybody wants something in the springtime. Right? I mean, it got really hectic really
Everyone's so
quick.
excited to
we,
get back
we
at it.
may, just to know, have to adjust policies because of no mention of kind of additional. So,
If somebody was on policy in this group, that might be something we were policy then.
Sure.
Just let's look at that. I do. I think it is something that we're,
Expensive, yeah.
we're not even accounting for. Yeah. Okay. Next one. The next one. Donation of gardening gym. So, I hope Jim doesn't see this. So let's not tell him about this video or anything because it's supposed to be a surprise.
Mm.
His daughter reached out to me last year and was interested in doing something for his 80th to kind of recognize him. We're interested in a nice little scholarship or other things like that, or a bunch of options. And a month ago, I got a request for a garden. I said I wanted to bring it to you guys. I talked to you about it. Here we go. Just out where they were looking to put the garden didn't really impact. I can't.
Spin it around.
I don't know how to do that.
not on there, I guess.
One of these I should open it with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, here you go. Do this.
So what is this?
So this is the soccer field is here. The on
Where?
the back soccer field.
This campus.
This camp. Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Yeah, it's this campus.
Mhm.
The dugout.
Okay.
Baseball or softball?
Soccer.
Soccer dugout, so.
And they want to put a little memorial garden next to the soccer dugout.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
This
Youth garden, memorial.
Yeah.
tribute. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Joe, you think that would impact anything with the soccer, playing soccer?
Get the,
So then
yeah,
it
we'll
ruins-
have to measure and if impact, so they say just move the dugout back. It's gotta be moved, it's actually blocking the scoreboard, so I have to remove that.
Perfect opportunity.
We'll get it in a spot where enough room. I don't think, it's not gonna impact anything. Well, I think if we're gonna invest in this, I think we have to make sure it's far back where for players that run out of bounds and have to pull the ball and aren't stepping in the guard. It look really nice.
So, with that being said, I'll reach back. I know that we'll look at the donation, how much it would cost, everything else that they're going to do, working with Elemental Landscaping.
We take care of.
So,
Or is it a
Would
free
end,
garden?
now, it would be us. You'd ask that question. It would be taken care of.
It looked
but-
like the kind of trees.
But Jerry said everything in there is low maintenance. And he also said, like everything else that he says that we'll have to take care of, most likely he's doing it.
Mhm.
But he said making it very low maintenance. But it's still it would be the district's responsibility.
Mhm.
I think as he does out and freshens up the sign for us, it would be. Any thoughts on this? Or
As long as it's on our plans for his, because I feel like it gets respectful, things are maintained
totally
properly.
agree.
And it looks, even though it's not our intent, it looks like we don't appreciate gifts if we can't maintain them. And I would feel, I would feel that way.
Totally agree.
Could even be a soccer club, 15 minutes.
Or like the
Community
girls, or
service.
the boys and girls soccer teams could go out and do service. And
Yeah, this has to be on someone's radar.
that's great.
Yeah. Or the
Civic readiness.
Like-
or, yeah.
Mhm.
that on Tom Glad's of somebody adopt that each year or
Yeah.
something. I don't
Those-
know.
No, I think
Yeah.
that's good ideas. So I'll reach out to her, start the process, get proposals for the board and bring it to the board.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else, Joe?
I'm good.
Great night.
Thanks
Thank
for coming,
you,
Joe. I just want to have a quick conversation with you on any kind of perspective or request or that you're seeing that you want us to budget with facility
Like for this year, not like a next
for
chapter.
next year.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
isn't capital
Yeah.
project conversation. This is
Yeah.
but for the 23 school year. We have some things that we're going now, but I want to see it from your perspective if there's something you want us to.
I mean, we still have that athletic field maintenance sheet that those consultants come up for us with materials and all that stuff, right?
Turf maintenance.
Yeah, with like kind of seed for overseeding and kind of all that stuff. Sure, we're buying that.
That's all on there.
Well, how are you guys doing for like snow removal? Do we have
Oh.
the equipment?
We've ordered a new truck that was approved.
Right.
That takes about 2 months, so that would be probably this month we'll get the actual vehicle.
We're not looking like salt or
You're feeling
nothing
good
like
with-
that.
Oh, no one. I miss it. We've talked about the parking
Yeah.
before for sealing it, or I don't. The lines look a little.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that on the
Can
list?
the
or-
robot do-
There has been money budgeted every single year for that.
We
We just did it this past year. We're going to do it this summer.
So the conversation come up because I
Going?
this aspect of seal it with.
Why don't you seal roads? Is it different?
I have no idea. I don't understand it enough to say why I'm not to do that.
I don't
I
know.
don't know how well it is around here, what the price difference is. There is a non, but there's another type. As I saw that, my driveway seal, yes. You can get, it doesn't have whatever it is that people don't make driveway seal. So, folks do.
Know what it was?
I don't recall, but if you Google it, it's up there.
Environmentally friendly.
Yeah, something like that.
We do have obligations anyway, there are a lot of rules.
Yeah.
Just to make sure things are fair, so I'm sure that, and that's part of the reason it costs so much.
Yeah.
So
So you have staffing issues, but those are all just a matter of filling, right?
those are just
It's like you need more positions, you just need people in the current
that's
positions.
what it is. Yeah. If we fill them, fine. Getting them filled is
And if we are going to end up relining, we have to, if you were to see it, right? Because we're all up even if you want it. But is it worth looking at, probably not, I'm talking about flow stuff, but like, if we're going to line, should we look at how we were lining and sort of reconfigure what we would do minor stuff? Or is it kind of
I think it's
same as it is, right?
I don't know. I mean, the configuration,
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know, it's like maybe some stop signs and things like that. Like, yes, we're going to have people here at least consulting for a while, so I think get someone to do a little bit more, just look at it, probably not going to be that hard.
Traffic flow, I mean, they say this way rather than going this way is talk about that.
Or is there we squeeze in one more spot over there by doing?
No idea. I asked for this budget, and we'll figure it out. If I'm mentally friendly seed. We also having some major pop issues and some other that needs to get taken care of there. So we can patch it. Getting someone to come in, cut it out.
Yeah.
And that they cut in.
A
and then
hard
we-
rated entrance, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to
you know.
scoot across traffic and potholes.
Yes.
Mhm.
That is a little bit more when you're doing the seal work, doing it, but cut out, patch, do it the right way. Our guys doing a hot or cold patch, and then
Mhm.
only lasts for about 3 months, and then it goes.
If we have our amount that we had this year, which is our current hope for little park that would come.
Okay. So we
But the 325,000 put in, that was here on the track and the tennis court last year.
I don't,
one thing I went to Jim was look at budget for is shed by the track.
mhm.
It looks it finally, so we can put it back into it. Because right now it's still broken, and it still needs. We're not using it. I mean, I'd like it.
It's almost worse than even something outside.
We're literally keeping things outside and putting it inside. I'd like to have that fixed, so then we, start using it for real storage. So that's something that we want to kind of budget for.
Yes.
We're also at the $100,000 again, making some listings that we're looking at. That. Also cameras. They actually talked about. There's a bathroom in the old middle school locker room, boys' locker over. They're basically it's directly in front of the library. Really, in this idea to be very honest with you is a hole in the wall, right? That's what I said when I first saw it. I didn't want to blow a hole into the wall, put a door, and kind of create a closet area, and then they can actually use that bathroom.
Oh, as a bathroom, I'm to go like in,
And use not used.
not used at
They're
all.
not. They're
Do
not.
you not
used.
use that room at all?
They use it a lot for football stuff, and everything else. But
Yeah, but it's not in regular use.
Correct.
Oh,
It's not
so you
really
almost
silly.
pick up the bathroom.
correct. Pick up
That's
an
cool.
extra room, and it was a neutral one. So an extra single bathroom,
Mhm.
just like again cinder block. So it's like I can just break it faster. Do it. We'd have
There shouldn't be any asbestos, right?
it's I would hope not. So, but it was a pretty ingenious idea. And I went and looked at it and I was like, and actually it was a nice bathroom. I was like, this is a really nice bathroom.
Mhm.
So it's something we're trying to weigh out what $100,000 budget we should look at. But get a bathroom that we didn't have. So really neat idea. I look at for those things as well. Right?
Is there anything we need to do? Lights out there, parking lot lights? Didn't Jim Coffin something about a year?
Yeah, something about, I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, don't need to update. They're new. I don't really
I-
notice. The fact
Did they
that
do
exist.
LED on them before I got here?
I don't know.
I guess-
I thought they did LED like retrofits on.
Yep.
So
They're probably part of the those DPC.
Oh, DPC stuff. Yeah.
yeah, well, I did that when I look at the proposal.
Just trying to stuff that's little one twosy things that's not.
And it's perfect to
stuff.
bring it up
Yeah.
right now, because if they're not looking at that, it's something we can say, hey, did you think about that one?
Yeah,
So,
No, because that's what I said about the pool.
Yeah.
So same idea.
Anything else? In the-
I'm wondering about the tile.
Oh,
You say that.
just maintenance of it, or
Well,
is
so,
it?
again, years ago, like a year and a half ago, I went in and they had a cone for one of the over the tile. It's the tiles buckled, and maybe having that might not be a bad. Yeah. So as you said, maybe we should tile. Not in the pool; it's on the deck of the pool, into the locker room. But I believe I don't know if it's fixed or not, but. Do the lighting. So we're looking at a bigger price tag is definitely going to be the budget for the CO coating.
Mhm.
Doing
Yeah.
that's going to be that'd probably be pretty pricey. If we're cutting in and doing some other work, look up back.
depends how expensive, but
Yeah.
yes.
I think it's only just that I'm back to when we were doing. We were looking at spending grant money in one of the budgets. Is that when we had that conversation? Last time the study came up, was it 17 grand?
20 grand is what it's budgeted. I believe it was 12 the last time we did it at the elementary or here.
And that's CO coating though.
Correct.
That's not cutting in and pat.
No, coating and relining.
Yep.
Yeah.
Say probably another 10 to 15 grand if you're doing a lot of cutting.
Right, and the cost of them being all over the place, who knows what the number's gonna be now, so.
Anything else? Because you were hitting the upkeep of the buildings you were talking about.
not in the building,
Yeah.
much, so that's
But you
hard
were
for
talking
me
about
to.
like snow removal. I thought is a good direction. We're all good on doors stuff. I know we're meeting PJ and those guys.
We need to continue that discussion.
Yeah.
Make sure there are some possibilities that we're looking at as far as our new equipment, maybe more cheap on the lease rather than purchase.
Anything, any list stuff that you're thinking of that you would want to see us to explore?
Plus,
All right. So project update. So it's passed, yeah. All right, let's talk phase 3 vestibule first.
okay.
So the vestibule is this. We're going to bid. Project went. We've already got people playing, so we're going to get those back I think, in January.
January 5th, bid date. So we'll put it on the agenda once we receive it.
So, and then we can hopefully get it scheduled and have that. So middle school vestibule, I'm ready to go. This vestibule out here, Smart's got kicked back again.
Oh, yeah.
So
Just a stupid mistake,
Yeah.
and we'll just put the
we
wrong.
can't submit to the state until we get Smart, right? We haven't any submittals yet for this.
Well, they're on paragraphs.
Okay.
They should be. Yes, we've done the LOI for it,
Okay.
so the state knows about it.
Right, we haven't done the full submit design yet. So after we do that, we'll do the design submittal and send it out. So this one's still back burner a little bit, but closer. Hopefully, the last section will be submission. Then, manager interview. So we've talked about it before, we are not doing a clerk of the workplace. It's too big a project. We need to do a construction manager. Like, I'm going to oversee and be our advocate when it comes to the scope of the project, how much we're spending, overseeing the general manager, overseeing our architect. We need our person. So we sent out RFP, it's also looked over, and we're getting back some proposals. I've also been doing a little research, contacting a few people that I know, saying, hey, who's good, who's not good. Somebody was like, we're not where we were, right? So I've gotten some feedback of who's reputable and doing a good job right now. So as we're looking at that, I'll use the information as well. Because we're hearing, I've worked with someone before that I was not really sure I would want to work with that person again. So when we get these, we'll look at them January 20. I don't know, but I text. I'm going to put down.
Meeting?
I'd like to change the meeting. We could actually, as a facility committee, actually review them.
Okay.
Because I want you to have, and like, who's going to be the best fit as along with me and Jim. Having CM really is paramount to get this done.
January 28th is Saturday.
Yeah, January 25th. If that works, I'd love to switch then.
That should work.
Questions on the construction?
At
Nope.
4:30, or you don't know the time?
I'm good.
I guess we should ask Robin before we fully
Yeah,
commit.
yeah. I'm thinking 4:30 is what I'm down. Because I gotta put it on the RFP. So I set the kind of deadlines and stuff.
Is this into our other meeting?
It's up to you guys. Want to do it or just,
Make it, yeah.
I mean,
Why not?
there might not be a to go over in January at this point, since we're doing it now.
Trying to see where we
And I'll weed them out, by the way. So, if we get proposals, and I walk through them, these two, we're going to give you what we feel would be the candidates for the job. We'll go from there because there's always going to be one that we will say, yeah, no, I don't know. So if they're all right, then we'll interview them all, but I'm not sure. That is always the best proposal.
And it depends on their experience and how many things they've done. Maybe they haven't done in this range, so
I'm sorry, January 9th, not gonna have, you wanna keep on the table for now? That was our original facilities
Yeah,
day.
I'd rather, unless you need to have to, just consolidate them. Fine, Like I said, I don't know if we'll have a huge list of
Right.
stuff in
No,
January.
sometimes you tight on an hour.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we're meeting now. There's not gonna be a ton of
Yeah.
work happening now until January.
Just want to
Right, so I'm gonna cancel January.
make sure we have with Robin.
Then on that, we're doing user meetings. So user meetings are the people who actually use the facilities aspects. We're starting those with transportation. We're starting that with the elementary school itself. So not the only ones that we're not doing groups yet are art and music. We need more time to start thinking that design before we bring it to them what we're thinking. But all the other ones we're going to start user. We're doing those next week and the week after. Actually this week, right? One for transportation. So we're going to transportation user group, and it's just schematic layout. This isn't like the digging design aspect. Jim and I, we have very clear understanding of how we want to do this, and we warned our that we're going to go over every single aspect of design prior to any metals that are done. So it means how many electro outlets are going in, how many drop, literally every that you could go. I want to make sure we hit it. Sometimes we've seen in other projects that we've done and other projects that miss some of these kind of things that become issues. So we're going to try to be detail oriented. We get the submittal process.
And that'll get to the under the document, so we can put the stuff so we can do all the electric buses once they're final. Things like that.
Really, that's all we're at.
And I'm sure with big open space in the new cafeteria, so some design to consider how it can get.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've already asked like sound and absorption, and talking about putting a ceiling as well, like this sort of stuff. Also, I was working on sunlight coming in because big windows and the sun is coming in. That is going to be first for the kid, and also then heat wise, how much is it going to cause them?
Like the cooking kitchen. All that,
Exactly. So we were thinking about some of those. So we're probably going to have the blinds. We're going to have to get you rated windows. Those are already we've been thinking about as we go through. We're going to get the film windows as well. So that way, it basically not tempered is the word.
Essentially, yeah.
It becomes tempered glass.
Window.
Yes. If somebody throws a rock, it just doesn't shatter. That's what we have. Now, actually, in our entranceways, egresses, we have this stuff. Because that was the sound. My concern is it's
That's
big.
a lot of kids.
Yeah, and it's big. We also are working through. We believe that we found a very good solution for the aftercare office. So the kid, physical parental office they utilize, and we actually think we can here. There's an error, so that way it's their of the building. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier when we're looking at those things. So no, we think we have some good ideas coming forward, but it really isn't just very in stages. Cool. So. Anything else?
No.
So you want cable bus patrol? I don't really think
Yeah,
there's
so
anything.
I'd prefer to since it's here.
Right. And then the article you shared regarding turf, I put it in because I didn't want to make sure that people saw it. So I sent that out to the full board, and I also shared it as well.
Just food for thought.
Anything else?
I'm good.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
And turn it off. Conclude our meeting.
Thanks.